main reason. Because if those conditions existed now, you wouldn't have these young people in the military. I'm telling you, it was awful. But we continue, and I still have mates that are still there after 33 years. Kudos to them. Now they are benefiting. Because most of them would have gone in rank now, so they are benefiting. From staying in the dust. And it's a far cry, bro. It's a far cry. It's a far cry from what it used to be.
100%.
So I just have to. I hear the security minister this morning, and the investment has been far and wide and far-reaching. I can tell you, because hear me always talk about it. But when me in the army, if 10 man have car, over 3,000 plus soldiers, if 10 have car, you have enough. I'm telling you, you have enough. That my brethren all buy one car in a 2-day drive for. You will hold him well one car and buy for 2 days and he hide that. You park for years at a time in their camp. Can't move again. So now, my son, now you don't have to man buy a car in a brother. Fee money and my money, fee money. You understand what I say to you, say? And hope on it. So just to show you the difference, there's a grave difference in the welfare of the soldiers and the police, and we have to kudos to the government and the security minister. They have put their foot down and achieve. And when I look, first time when you're in the military and the police force, I looking at your face if you get rank, I looking at your face, you did it forever, you can't move. No, every look, you see who want an inspector, who want a sergeant, who want a staff sergeant, who want
to. I mentioned this several times, and people better believe me. But when they come to even the police force back in the 90s, promotion was given based off of who one particular Dan like. If the Dan never like you couldn't get.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's no question. I'm telling you. All right, watch this. I'll show you something. When I was in the military, they used to say, you can't pass major. If you enroll as a regular soldier, you couldn't pass the rank of major. If you enroll as a private, you can't pass it. No, I know a soldier who enrolled as private and left as lieutenant colonel. You understand me? So there has been a major shift in how things has been done, and people feel the reward for staying in the military and the police force.
And that alone, Soji, would have helped with the morale.
We are talking about Chuck. We are talking about Chuck. Remember saying each rank you go up, Chuck. You know what going on, We not have to explain that. You understand me? So you know how it go. You have something to look forward to, Chuck.
And people can see a part. And you can see a part to it now. People are going to have
Of course. All right, watch this now. How long now, I say 2 years? My son is on a cadre right now. He's doing a cadre to get Lance Corporal. You understand what I say to you? So it is what it is. The opportunities are far and wide because of what this government has done. And I just have to put
one of the greatest opportunity in there now is that you can go back to school through the army and through the jail.
It have always been that way, Chuck. It have always been that way. But because of how, I tell you, what stopped it then, because of how short we were and how limited it was. You couldn't say, all right, you're going to send off this man go to Canada, send somebody to Canada, because then you're going to left short. If you understand what I'm saying to yourself.
Yeah, man, I understand the numbers at the time.
I knew people who went to Canada to do their aviation training and all of that. Yes?
Just 1 minute. I just 1 minute want to say to you and Chuck and Miss T.
Go ahead.
Miss T here, but I'm at work, and because she was talking about the poultry.
Yeah, man, I call Pyro, but nobody that here,
Yes, sir, because I'm at work.
Yeah, man, right.
What I'm saying to you, sir, I'm 49 years old, and I'm proud of Jamaica Labour Party to see we can come up here, because Miss T saying wants some information where she don't have to go to Fly Green page, because I have the CEO for RADA number, because Saturday.
Yes, I'll take it. Thank you.
Was on a live, and I'm gonna give you the CEO for RADA office number, the manager, the CEO. So the number is 1876
No, man, just inbox it to her, man.
Okay, but I'm gonna put it out on your live to Chuck that you can put anybody else who want the number.
Right.
Yeah, but it's available freely, you know. So it's a number that anybody can access.
freely.
Okay, if you don't mind. He gave it out on the live. All right.
Yes, I can put it out on the live. The CEO for RADA, because we was on a live with him Saturday, and you can get to the CEO of RADA. You don't have to go to Fly Green. You can go to straight to RADA CEO. The number is 1876 436 888 That's the number. You want the number again? 1876 436 8879. That's the CEO for RADA office. You can call them and you can get all the information you want. That's our Jamaica Labour Party. We never have this yet in our history.
Thank you very much.
So right here, so now TT, when you call the RADA, then he will set up a meeting with you, and you can go in and meet with him, and then now he will send that team to go and see, look at everything.
So you can get, that's what Jamaica Labour Party, we can have all the information we can have. You understand me? That's we. So
Budget, somebody asking what is his name?
I don't remember his name. I think it's
let me find his name.
Let's do a quick Google search. Google search.
But he's a
But
manager.
I'm sure when I call, maybe there will be a secretary that may answer.
No, this is the
and take
CEO.
information.
No, this is a straight CDO. Yeah, that is a CEO, the manager.
That is.
Oh wow!
We then call the phone again.
Direct line.
That is COG. That is COG. Yeah.
That's personal number. You go straight to the CEO.
COG.
We never have this in a Jamaica yet before.
Hero, TikTok won't allow me to pin a number like that. We can't pin Edmond.
I'm gonna pin it. Let me see if I can.
You can't pin the number while you have people in the box.
Edmondson.
Yeah.
Yes. And he was on the live Saturday gone. Any problem you have on anything about RADA and this, you can call him.
Bobby Dilber in houses in the West.
Understand me? So
Yeah,
that
In the live, Mr. Scott, Mr. Scott, no go live and show them get something, Mr. Scott. House are delivered on West Holland and that not going broadcast on live. Go no easy.
so that's that's
another point here. Medical student, no matter what field and you fall on hard time, you apply directly to the we call it the national the thing that I give out the health card, man.
Oh, the National Health Fund.
National Health Fund.
Yeah, you apply to them directly. Up to this man, I was listening to them advertising the whole thing again.
So that again, Richard, because I need that information. And
Any
the National Health Fund,
Yes, any student who are struggling with finances concerning their medical study, just apply to them.
Okay. All right. So I just want to finish up, Chuck, by saying this. You know, I was driving on the highway. I was driving on the road from at Rosal there. And upon reason, if you know the airport from Mobile, you know the stoplight, Providence. Stoplight.
Yeah, man,
So it was going green and red simultaneously. So you know, that was a fall for some accident. So I took out my phone and I called 119. And one ring Chuck Minel must drop the phone. Trust and believe Chuck Minel must, that make me even forget when me go ask the lady, said Chuck, if you understand where I come from with this.
One ring and you get
and I told her, when I say one ring, and I told her of the situation, I tell her if this is the place I can report such and such, and she said yes. And you know, the next day it was fixed. So I'm just telling you, the amount of investment that this government has done in the security forces for the protection of Jamaica and the investment for people to come in and invest in Jamaica is bar none. And we must live on these things.
What you said, let me tell you something about what you just said. You know how much people drive past a stoplight there? And I said, right, the government now fix it. But has never taken out a phone and report it and said this thing will fix.
Yes. And we have to understand. We have to understand, Joe. I tell people, you know, I'm from here, I'll tell anybody. No, do not wrong, make me see. Because I have to be my brother's keeper. I have to remember that this country is where I love, and this country where we are dying, if you understand. Because this country is where my heart. You know?
So did.
Yes, Joshua.
Man, Chuck said 20 times out, so we can say it again. Me is the biggest informer in Jamaica.
No, and Joshua, and it is for our safety and our children's safety and our children's safety. We have to remember. You have some
apologetic about it. Me is the biggest
no.
informer in Jamaica.
Yeah, and it should be that way, because what we have to understand is that you have a few people who decide no matter what they're going to cause mayhem, and we cannot allow it. We cannot allow it any at all. We have to stand up for our people, be our brother's keeper. Let it be a standard that a man about do no wrong.
What I will do, like I said this, I will ensure that in my lifetime, Jamaica will never go back to the days of 1,000 murders per year.
Better believe that.
Not in
Better
America.
believe that.
Never go back to that.
Better believe that. Better believe that.
But there's another issue. As well, and I'm glad that Cards is here, T is here as neutral person. Last week, one day I was having a discussion, right? And this is one of the things where hurt me most time when, because of the discussion where other people them have, they feel like them drive people away from getting benefits that is there for them. I was having a discussion about the NHT, and I was trying to tell the people, I think I was on Scrub Live, Scrub White. I was trying to tell them that there is a difference between the $9 million where the NHT give you to buy a house on the open market and the houses that are built and sold directly by the NHT. The houses that are built and sold directly by the NHT are financed to the tune of 100%. Of course, it has to do with your qualification for the loan. The NHT build houses at different prices. Some of them have 10, some of them have 15, some of them have even 20. If you qualify for a $15 million house from the NHT, it is financed at the tune of 100%. So when people are going and I tell you, say, the NHT only lend $9 million, yet a build house for $15 million. That is from people who are willfully misleading, and willfully driving people away from benefits. Do you know how much personally I believe that them people that discourage from going to apply for a house loan?
Chuck, I said to them, Chuck, my neighbor who is a principal, she's a justice of the peace also. When we bought our house for $13 million, it was she alone. And she alone up her mortgage. Mm-hmm. And when I said it to people, and to NHT, she buy a house. And so, I understand what are these people saying, you know, because I live, she's next door, right next door to my house. So I'm just saying, why these people intend on giving people false information, and what did benefit them for not telling people that, listen, go and check this yourself, instead of running with their narrative that no goes up. You know, because it's simple enough. If a man give me an argument, you know, I'm not sure enough. Me know if you find what information I want, you know. You understand what I'm saying to you, say?
Let me say, me can't find the reason why them do it.
Me can answer your Chuck. Can I give an answer?
Answer for me.
Yes, God. Go ahead.
So when it comes to like owning property and stuff there, I realize like a lot of people not going to do the research because they're gonna take some time. Right? They're gonna take like the time for your research it, find it out and whatever. And I think because a lot of them don't want to do it, and because you have this rhetoric of people not understanding what NHT is, what it represents, what it's about. So you will hear people say, I got NHT because Ray, and they will rather start from scratch. No, yes, everybody wants a big house. But some of us need to realize that the big house can come later in life and will come right now. And the problem is what somebody might have. Joshua, can you mute? For some reason, I think you're looking at my friendship and it's not going to work today, Joshua. So please mute. Thank you.
All right, I mute him.
Thank you. Very trying to seek back friendship from me. Anyway, so a lot of people not going to research NHT. A lot of people is not going to sit down and do the math and not realizing it goes off salary. Just like America right here, so Chuck, if you want to house $1 million, your salary better match to what $1 million house can pay for. So if you in a want 250 range salary, not 250 range house, and that is what you can pay, but you say you want $1 million house, then you well know so you are out of your budget for that. So I think a lot of people are not sitting down and doing the research. I think we are, as Jamaicans, we like to just take what people say
What
and
people
don't
say.
Yes.
Some
And
way.
Hey Ricky, how are you? Some of us.
Yeah, but
But the thing is, we have to understand is that when you go research something, if me I go tell you something about NHT, we have to condense it to a point where the average person can understand it. Because if they not understand it, the first thing, because the thing when we hear with NHT, is like, the government take money out of NHT. So the people them already have this narrative. So if they put the money in the government, they can't have no benefits of it.
Yeah,
so
but
because of that, you have to just research it and condense it down to something to say, so if you go at NHT, then take it out of your salary, you can get your benefits, you can get your refund, you can get all these things. Because if you not condense it down to nothing, you're going to always hear say, the government is always taking from. And you have to tell them, say, listen to me, if you want $1 million house, but you only can afford a 350,000, stay with the 350,000. Because when the $1 million come, you can't pay for it. And when you go in a foreclosure, go here and say, NHT, we could call NHT, give you $1 million house. Mm-hmm. So I think they are not willing to do that research. And, we help them along the way and tell them go on the website, but we know them not do it. So you have to condense it. You have to condense it down. And yes, it's unfair because the same way we can sit up on TikTok and watch Rose and watch everybody and watch live is the same energy we can take and learn these things. But
one of the conversation I had, sorry, may I come to you after Rickster? One of the conversation I recently, I think I told you before, was a mother was on one of the line. She said she and her son went to NHT. They were both qualified for $17.5 million. And you know what was her complaint cards?
Each?
No, that's joint.
Joint. Okay.
For 17. If they're trying to buy an NHT house, I think they could get up to $21 million together. Mm-hmm. But open market, they both qualify for $17.5 million. And her complaint was that the houses in Kingston and St. Andrew cost too much money. They have to drop the price then.
Well, you see, that's the thing, though, Chuck, because like I said,
that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Nowhere in the world.
But the problem
that's not gonna happen. Nowhere in the world that happens.
Then there's only a low IQ argument.
The problem what you need to realize is that when you're looking at houses, right? This is how I look at houses. The more popular the area is, the more money I go pay for your house.
Supply and demand.
Exactly. Anywhere in the world.
Sometimes you have to just move outside of your comfort zone. If you have to go want 15 minutes to come in, then it take you 15 minutes. But the problem is, sometimes everybody's a creature of habit. And once you know, so you love that area, you don't want to come out of that area. But you don't even know that the other areas that are developing and probably have more upgraded things that your area don't provide. But because of that, now you're going to say, you want them to drop the house over there. So why? That is their price range. Go and find your specific market. But
so I want to share one little something.
Sorry, go ahead, Rickster. Oh, sorry. After Rickster, I come to you.
Yeah, I want to share one little something with our area work. You see, some of them area there where people could have enjoyed and get cheaper house. You see, I have 5 years time. That house, where them pay 14 million for, it going to value about 50. You hear me say? People don't think, development, and that's the thing where you gain from an era where just a kick off,
Yes.
You see me? Get in the foot early, you will benefit down the road, so you can probably sell that the house further on in the future and go buy your big house. So the thing about getting a house is just getting in your foot in and getting in the market. So meanwhile, we did the Panda Live truck and back and forth with the whole NHT thing. We jump on my phone and NHT online and go in at the little chat box and start corresponding with a human. Real, some of them I talk to. But me I explain to the person, so I live overseas, and me ask the question them, so I say, as a single person, how much time maximum me can get if me want a house where NHT build. And them break it, they say 15. One person can get up to $15 million. And obviously, it goes off your affordability, which comes down to your wages. Now, for the open market, we all know say a 9 and combine, you can get up to 17 or 18, somewhere so.
Yeah,
but
and as
people with
$3 million grant.
Yeah. So for some people like diaspora and work in a Jamaica before, and say you want to contribute to the NHT, once you have to work in a Jamaica before, so you have a history with NHT. Not just like if you're just a giant, I think you have to contribute for 2 years. But if you did a contribute, I could have been 20 years ago. Once you reactivate and you contribute for 12 months, you're eligible. So you don't have to do the 2 years like somebody will never contribute before. That information we never know. And corresponding with them what they are so come get that bit tight. But if you're there foreign man, contact them. Through this up, then we send you the form, the relevant form, them what you need to fill out. You can download it, fill it out, and email it back to them. You don't have to go to Jamaica, go do none of this, you know. But what you really need, you need your NIS and your TRN. Make sure you know that.
So they learn that today. So all who start make PMP this discouraging you from taking advantage of what is available.
Yeah man, the benefit down there for women and no other listen people, no other country in the world no give you help to buy a house like Jamaica. None. None. You hear me say? None.
Thank you.
And when
oh, sorry, go on, Kads.
Oh, you know what, Pastor, go on, honey, go on. Me just
Pata.
Make him go on.
Pata, yeah. Pata, we're not here, you know.
Alright, so while Potter trying to sort out this thing, I just want to make a quick comment. Cards mentioned about retooling your mind, even though you're accustomed to a particular area. And I will share this. In the strange land that I live, that is now my adopted home, I have had to drive 50 miles back and forth. It worked out to 100 miles in a day, every single day for 5 days to work and back, right? Because I decided that it was worth traveling. And sometimes in order for a greater good, you have to do that, right? St. Thomas is opening up come August. Is it August or September? Come September, the St. Thomas Highway will officially be open and be renamed the Paul Bogle Highway. And then the MunchieB bypass in October will be open to the public. Right? So, these are just some of the things that are happening. But we have to be willing to make the sacrifice. And just to add, persons, when they come to this strange land or any other land, and we want to find out things, we're willing to Google, we're willing to ask the relevant personnel. And I talk about people who are spread rumor. How we get this and how we get that. Why can't we do the same thing for our country? Yeah?
I don't like the fact that my enemy took the thought out of my head.
Maybe you're not enemy after all.
No, Chuck, we are big enemies, But what I wanted to say is, when it comes down to like you come to America, you come to UK, the same trend that we can go on YouTube, we can call individuals, we can call mortgage companies, we can go through the steps of saying, hey, I would like to purchase a home. This is my salary. Could you show me the areas? We talk to a realtor, we do all these things and we adapt. So the thing I'm having when it comes to Jamaica, Jamaicans are not willing to adapt. We can adapt in America, we can adapt in UK, we can adapt in all these other countries, but when it comes to our home, we are not willing to adapt. We want to be rowdy, we want to be disruptive, we want to follow the rules, we don't want to do no research, everybody a thief, everybody a this. But when we come to these countries now, and them say, hey, if you buy a house, you need X, Y, and Z, prove your taxes, how much you're making, prove your salary, you need a down payment. You see how we're diligent and we work towards it and we get it done. So that is always my fallout when I'm saying to myself that, yes, Jamaica is big on entrepreneurship. I commend the country for being that big on entrepreneurship. However, when there's things that we need to do to get these things done, it is always a problem. So I don't know, Chuck, but like I said, this has been going on before I entered the planet, before my mother and father could about them one another.
I just want to
you know.
I want to say one thing to you, Kat, is that
Yes.
remember before now delayed tactics were being used. Delayed tactics, so information was not forthcoming. So we have the information, but we're not giving you how you can get your road fixed and all these things. So just like the other day, I drove on the Mandible leg of the highway to Kingston, and it take 2 minutes. And Chuck, we were talking about relocating. Chuck, if me live in a town, me go on a Mandible. Because Mandible cool and nice. Me go bold piece of can I tell you 2 minutes for a Mandible to go to town, Chuck.
That's the one nobody else.
I'm not tell about
Manchester.
Manchester is not populated. Manchester is not populated, Carl. Manchester is not populated. Mister, Manchester is not populated. I can tell you. I know of it. The whole around a Kirk by and around of them beside there. Nobody live around there.
Around this. Hello.
Nobody live around there.
Leave it alone.
So we are marketed.
We don't want to come overpopulated. We are the KFC already full. Mandible already full.
It's the same.
All over the place, please.
This is the same.
You're saying.
This is the same where the man was telling about road can yam. It's because they don't understand how sweet the road can be. Right? Road is the first investment where China make in their jump to a first world country. The road, they have to build a road. People have to can move. Right? The question was always asked, what is the two most important industry in any city? And one man, the correct answer was the man who collect the garbage and the man who drive the bus. You can't
Chuck, let me share a little personal reason with you now, Chuck. Let me serve a little personal reason.
Hold on. Let me finish. You can't make people pile up and you can't make garbage pile up. Right? So you have to get the road network right. Now, Joshua just said which part him live, him drive 50 miles to work and back. That is the norm in these countries. Places like Germany and them places there. You drive 2.5 hours to work and 2.5 hours back home. Is the norm. If you want to live now in the city, you have to pay live in a city money. I want people understand that, you know. If you want an apartment in downtown New York, you have to have downtown New York money. You have to have downtown New York money because I know everybody. So when we are telling say these things will fast become the norm for you to just live there, you live on the grill, you get a job in a Kingston, and you drive come in a Kingston, and you work and you drive go back home. That is where we are got to. That spread out the population. That development across the country are going to be equal because people live there. So it are going to drive business to go down there so because more people live down there. Road is which part all of it start. Where's the soldier? Good afternoon.
Yeah, man, I tell you say, watch this now. When I bought my house, it was for 13 million. Then I have 46 now, you can't get it. And guess what happened now? No? The highway, when I drove out of my gate now, it's straight on the highway. So you know, so when the highway open, you look at 60 million. It's just to tell you that these are the things. You understand me? People must stop. Like people deny them access or tell them policies. Do your own thing. Go with your heart, get what you want, and later you'll see the goods coming in because it's about, as I say, road can't have enough road. Road can't always eat.
So the couple years ago,
that's it.
So couple years ago, I was up at truck stop in a halfway jam that I talked to a couple of people up there. One local man did up there. Travel, go and come back, and he said, he might tell you the story, say, when he just start traveling, he might tell you, say, the best advice somebody ever give. When he just start traveling and go and come, he used to stay at mother house. Build up his mother house, he used to stay there. And he said, them always tell him, say, brother, you can't come and stay at mother house, man, you're a big man, look at the place for yourself. And he said, it's true. He said, at that time, they were just building up some apartments in New Kingston, just start. And he buy one for $3 million at the time. When we were having that conversation, he said last time he checked the value, that apartment value $21 million. And he said the sad part about it, At the time, you could have buy 3 of them.
My God, you see
Yes.
it? Easy,
Yeah.
easy. Easy, easy.
You said at the time, you could have buy 3. Right? So, make people need to start, make people discourage them. Good afternoon, my motive. How are you?
I am fine. Actually, in 2003, remember, as my mommy did buy one of the houses in the Brook Village for, I think, a 2.5 million. I told you how much one of them myself for now.
All right.
You know,
Catch up with the people that
back in the early 90s, right? Back in the early 90s.
But me come up here, well, and Richard, me dey on the road, so I don't really have much time for Chuck and his crew today. But I want to know if Chuck already called out Hugh Richards and possibly Hugh Beer. Because I hear so them on the internet, I tell people to suck them who ugly, who are dirty people, who are piece of shit. Because we saw a video this morning with Hugh Richards, a cuss winner, or winner dog shit and winner this and winner that. Why is everybody getting so personal now? We never got in the PNP WhatsApp group, go leak no video, go leak no voice note. So, me want to know our problem all of a sudden. Me want to know if you call him out already.
Well, no, I have not mentioned Hugh Richards.
Well, you need to.
What I did yesterday.
Both of them. Both of them. Both of them.
I see him way. Hold on, please. Please, hold on. I see him way in disrespect card. Right? Call our all kind of name. Why are we getting personal with people? Oh, we're not there foreign. We're not there Canada. We never know so we're not there Canada.
We're not there Canada.
We're not send me a Canadian number, your address so we can go look for you. We're not there Canada. Woman of my name. And we not can come back to Jamaica. What has we not done more than call out Mark Holding? When did we get here?
Jamaica?
I don't know. When did we get here? When? What is the problem? Who did go in a PNP WhatsApp group go tell them say if you chat to them now and Nara, them know what the people in Jamaica benefit. What is the problem?
My little portion did come way before Vice Note, you know, Mr. Chuck.
Yeah, before the Vice Note.
Yeah, my portion came because I was on my live and I had, you know, me have the question them, you know, me like do the pretty something I track on in. So we were talking about TCN and I said, verbatim, I said, one of my criticism of Mark Golding is coming out after the damage is done. Don't come tell Jamaica. After everything done and mash up, now you come reassure me. You should have jumped ahead, or if you hear from the cleaner bust it up, you should have come say Jamaica, this is what they are doing, X, Y, and Z. So him take a little half of that, the part where me say, we tired of him coming out when it's too late, or coming out, come tell we, like we don't know already, like the whole of Jamaica don't know what going on, and we just, like, it's like, I was looking at it to say, this man come tell, it's like the man come tell me something, when me don't hear already, me don't want to hear it now, me hear already. So you come in to me and come tell me what going on, you know, me don't hear it already, me don't dissect it already, me don't mash it up already, me don't digest it, and we have to do with it already. So, he clipped that and he said, oh, me done, son, me need to go read, and me a gal, and this and that. So mine came way before that. I went on his video. He had another page. Me spam the comments, him delete it. No, you don't delete me, sir. Don't delete me. Me go back on online video them. Him delete the two video them when he have on one page, and I think it's his son on the other one. So when I went on PNP's live, because one thing with me, not me say, you see, because of something behind me said in front of my face, but you know, like Joshua. Yes, you know, like Joshua don't like to say anything. So that is why Joshua and I are enemies. However, so I went on their live and I said, here I am in the flesh. You know, whatever you want to say to me, you want me to request the box, I am really awaiting. You know, it's just me. It's not me a perfecting. It's not me a Momo. It's me. So you're more likely to have a conversation with me, because when Momo come and Momo say, I will take you down. Rah, rah, rah. I perfecting. I say, you know what? And they're more... We all three short-tempered, but I probably give a little bit more patience than they will. So I'm like, have the conversation. Oh, go tell your prime minister. So me say, you know, no problem, no lack accountability. That is no problem. So me na the comments and me laugh and then say me I look attention. Me say me I look attention from Uno. Me say the same people who don't know where they find the shadow finance minister is proposing. The same people them wanna know what Mark Golding said in the first 100 days. I am looking cloud from Uno. Me say listen to me. Uno lack accountability and no sound dumb and daft over here. So them go on. So me get tired of them now because it's like them matter but we're gonna ignore you. Me say you can ignore me all you want. But the moment when you make videos about me, I am going to come. I am going to come. So if anything you have to say it right here. Say it me there. Say it to me. But
when we just start TikTok, all of we there we are angry politics. The first PMP conference, first conference with Mark Golding as president. First conference in our look, yeah man, Mark Golding making speech. I will come now the night because if your party leader make a speech, you're supposed to observe everything out of the speech and we can discuss it. We come now the night. I think it was Chica, was it Diego?
Yes.
I think it was Diego.
Yes,
and Diego come now and we are going to discuss the speech. All right, Diego, tell me some of the things that Mark Golding proposed today. He said a whole heap of things, man. No, just tell me some of the things, some of the points and what you take away from it. I have to go look at the speech and come back.
Chuck, I was listening to you the night with him.
Yes. We have to go look at the speech. Now remember, your new party leader. Yeah?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, man, I hear you.
I come out of the mountains now. Let's agree on update on the St. Thomas housing project.
Yes.
Of the 895, 600 and odd will be sold by NHD. So anybody interested in that can check out NHD.
All right.
Well, me not go St. Thomas.
First one beach, right, Potter?
Yeah, man. I think what name what the scheme I want name Potter?
Roselle Heights.
Roselle Heights, yes.
Yeah, go look into it. I love beachfront properties in Jamaica because I'm from the esteemed city of Montego Bay. Joshua, good afternoon. But Chuck, you were making a point.
That would be a good property for Joshua.
Chuck, but I think for Hugh Richards, who said him is a married man, it is, and you know, we always have kind of a little bit of tolerance with Hugh. We always are saying different, but with what I'm saying about cards and what I'm saying about winner, how winner wife a my name and him a boy a sweep up yard, winner come about him a med take
and Kimmy too and Kimmy too
and I think I heard what he said about Kimmy Marga, Kimmy stay far from our kitchen. Me no know how we get here. If Richard is a married man, if say him is a married man, it is really despicable what is coming out of his mouth. It is me only say shocking because we expect anything from the PNP them, but Hugh Richards, me think say he is at a new low in terms of his behavior. Him saying of all we file and rare, me don't know what kind of file him have. He say of all we file and we don't know nothing about him. So like we did send him over the free zone, got thief the clock them for send them back.
Here's a difference motive. All right, so let me say this. When me hear the thing yesterday, I never mentioned them today, not even remember it, but yesterday, the only person who disappointed me better from was actually Blair. I actually called Blair yesterday.
It's a Blair Kerry. Hold
on, let me finish.
Yeah.
I called Blair yesterday. And I said, Hugh Blair, you're the biggest man, you're bigger than all of us. And I do, when me hear, I don't expect it for you. I expect it for other people. I expect you if you tell other people to cut out the foolishness. So I call Blair and I have a discussion with him. And Blair said it was out of character for me. He said, they said something to him when they feel hurt by it. You know, he said, she said something to me and they feel hurt by it. But it was out of character and Blair admit. And Blair say, yes, me go off an apology when we go back on the live. I go do that. But I have not spoken to you, Richards. But we did talk to Blair about it.
Yes, but Chuck, why they asking for Bellevue to be expanded?
Because people are going mad out.
Chuck, I want to say this. I just want to just say a little piece. Just a little piece towards that. Let me tell you something. And we're surrounded by medical persons. And you see, when you reach certain age, I'm not going to say this. So when you reach certain age and you have to work, you're under more stress than anything else in your life. Let me tell you something. You see these people who take up other things for themselves than what they're supposed to do. You're going to have that problem there. Because I'm going to tell you this. And you know if you want to. So you see the SYM joke. For me, but tell no man I'm in a run that joke. Me I no friend, no nothing. Me I have that. Me I have no conversation again, no nothing. And these big men, I tell you, you see internet gives some man voice so they could never on a daily basis see even and say hi, And me can tell you that, even when I see them have to take bush, You understand what I say to you, say? And we have to understand this.
That's what I say about my brother in Vegas,
You understand
that? You come on social media, disrespect Vegas, can't say Vegas in a real life and say good morning.
Yeah, nothing at all, me I tell you. So I'm just gonna say this. I'm not surprised. You know why I'm not surprised? I see who support PMP, especially on the internet. They have one thing in common. They love party more than even themselves. Because what is making them go crash out? A voice note which they put out, which their own party put out. That is what, PN to PNP,
Cliff Hughes said this about the vice note. Cliff Hughes, and I believe Cliff Hughes is right. Cliff Hughes said the vice note that may come out because there are persons in the party which don't agree with the position, and the only way them can speak up in the party. So the only way is for leak out them little vice note there, which I agree with. But as I say, Soji, me know say them are coming. Now there's a difference between me think there's a difference between Hugh Blair and excellence. Hugh Blair is a big man. We don't know what is excellence. So if excellence do certain things, it is neither here nor there to me, But Hugh Blair, as a man, we can sit down and me and Hugh Blair will discuss the politics, and him not go agree with me. And when I ask him one question, him will not answer it, because once it go make him party look away, now go answer it. But that is who he is. But I honestly, apart from that argument yesterday, I do not know Hugh Blair to be a disrespectful person.
But Chuck, we have been here for a while,
yes,
as you said earlier. Why the both Hughes has been basically the voice of reasoning.
Yes,
we can always say why. Hugh Richards would always come and say, yo, me could done a foolishness, man. Sometimes we say we are fighting against one another and the politicians are my friend. So how did we get to this point now where people is no longer free to discuss politics, or because say your side have been losing, right? Have been present tense, been losing, right? It's like you can't take it no more. And I've always said to people, TikTok, that's serious. Sometimes if you feel overwhelmed or you cannot be bothered, close the app. Go watch a movie. Go come off of the live. Just go and go scroll, find two little mix up sometime. I reach over cousin, she over there talk about Rosalie, or she over there talk about something, and I laugh a little bit. I'm gone again, go find two joke. You get what I'm saying? How did we get here for you reach a tell, and you just married the other day, you go tell Winner say him live under his wife. How did Kimmy become far from her kitchen? You don't know. And if you're going to say, because him stitch a video with Winner about Mark Golding, you have amount of things them say about Andrew. At one point in time, me come here and I say, yo, let us done this bullshit. You amount of things them say about Andrew. We are supposed to be the one up in our feelings and a stitch video. Them say Andrew, them say something about the man.
Yes.
Right? And we still.
I'm about him picnic them.
I'm about him picnic them.
Yes, when they couldn't hurt him anymore, then go and find picnic, then go and find wife.
Yes, yes. And
it's only because they don't know when dog name. Why they not attacking dog?
We still go as far as say, all right, we are going to accommodate them, but then we not accommodate them once we depend on life, right? So me think say like, as me say, me expect anything else from anybody, but the two use them has always been a voice.
The voice of reason, exactly.
Step in, them always step in. We go as far as I say, yo, Chap, you and Chaps and him a cousin, right? We go as far as saying that. So how is it now we get here? How did we get here?
I remember when there was an argument between some Labour Party bloggers, and it was Hugh Richards a call me and say, yo, tell the people if you done it, man, kind of sound good.
Exactly.
That was Hugh Richards. But as me say, me talk to Blair, and Blair said it was out of character. She said something will hurt me and me act out of character. And Blair, yes, he said when next time he go on, he might go off an apology. That me talk to Blair about it. Because honestly, me never expect to hear that about Blair. Blair has never. Blair is the one who has to tell people, you can't go and say what you want. Yeah. So when me hear that, me call him same time. And I say, Virgin, what that me hear about you? Me say, what that me hear about you? And him say, yeah man, he say something to me. And then me, you know, it kind of touch him. And he get out of hand. And he admit that. But why, I don't know. It can't be the vice note alone where tip Hugh Richards over the end. So the vice note, we can have a think. But me are going to give, I go give Hugh Richards a call when me done here too, because I never call him, but me call Blair. Because as me say, Blair, of the two, Blair is
kind of done with Hugh Richards from when, you know. Me did kind of done with Hugh Richards from when, but now me done with him unless he's going to come and offer a public apology to the people them that he said some derogatory stuff about. Let us argue politics. Winner now go under nobody frack. Me sure if me not sure about nothing else, me I swear for winner.
Me can swear for winner.
Under nobody frack, under nobody granny, under nobody mother. He's not doing that. And the premise in which she disrespect Cad, she never do him nothing at all for that. Kimmy not say nothing about him. Kimmy say we are going to continue to talk about the voice note. Him go stitch it in one video. Oh, she there far from our kitchen. We have to stand for something. And every time I come here and talk to the labor rights, I say we gotta stop accommodating these people. You will on go up our life, want to accept them. Oh, we want to hear from this and that. I want to have to stand for something, brethren.
But you know, say me love the debate, you know, so.
No, but Chuck gonna have to set a standard and a precedent. Some things have to give and some things have to
100%, Sheikah. 100%. I mean, I agree with that. And Chuck no say me not tolerate them, so me just jump. When he come, he know say me not have me short fuse. He know say me short fuse.
Them know when they add certain people. Up until now, what Voice of Nation do to the Prime Minister hurt me. And every time I soon I laugh and I kiki with them. Me not laugh and kiki with them because them go feel in the next 4 years or 5 years they can do it again. Uno not stand for nothing at all. And the disrespect now stop. There is a man who say the Prime Minister mother should have locking legs on him a ban. How the hell can you say that? How the heck could you say that and that hurt me until now? What Vice do to your Prime Minister and him children and him wife, especially him children and him wife, him 2 sons, hurt me up until this day. I want to go there and talk about, oh, we got this, we got it. Vice don't have shit. Vice neither have platform nor sense, right? I want to still laugh up with him. Like them thing they kind of, well, probably my feelings no matter, but on a support the Prime Minister, on have to stand up for something sometimes, and that's how I feel. Next person now, I hope you put ganja clause in place, right? Because him now come and talk about the Prime Minister, if you can be poor and support Labour Party. Which other party has done anything for Labour Party? Me hear a man say something on Scrub Live the other day, and I'm going to repeat it. The man say, them social housing here, what is being built, if it was being built by Abraham Traore, if I saw him name, right? If it was being built by him, it would have been celebrated across Jamaica, but because of Andrew Holness I do it, nobody see it fit, right?
But Sheikah, you forget, they know why Andrew give her the 2-bedroom house them. One white man from foreign come build 10 boardhouse.
And right.
And the people who live up the boardhouse are the greatest things in sliced bread.
are the greatest things is sliced bread, right?
Board house compared to concrete house.
So what you mean when him come and say if you never work, if you don't have nothing to get, if you don't have no pension, and him say, all right, gonna go sign up down at NIS and get pension. Who is it doing? What is he doing? Who are getting? Who are benefit? Me and you who are work? And I think, you know, the next thing, let me say this, and I might close my mic afterwards. The guy who owns Sleek, Andrew, where we stand up, where we fight for out here, for you give them comrade, there's so much platform, me don't like it. Again, it can't benefit us.
Me see boy, MC, I want to own Sleek with you. Me see my going somewhere, and I say, what is the food that come from? Talk about him, egg, whatever.
It's not him own Sleek. He's just an employee there. The owner of his Sleek is a Jamaica Labour Party. He was there with Floyd. We one of them did say them catching a COVID, yes, and then beat them, come. I think he was also
he was one of favor. I think he ran as favor councillor.
Yes. Right, and then beat them, come and we stand up out here and fight for them, and them come and give them people they want to like Labour Party platform, and to them after the better.
Yeah, the true come
let me address the ganja class issue there now, and this is facts. So I go tell you now. I want to understand this. You say if I never pay the color a ganja class skin, you won't then nowhere. Let me tell you this first, I not understand. Ganja class is a uneducated dunce. Yeah, uneducated people are smart. It is an uneducated dunce. If it was a black man turn on in life every morning and sit down and burn weed, he would not get the platform where ganja class get. It would have been better if they did give Bad Siki that program they were then give ganja class. But because him have the wrong color skin, he never get it.
No, it would have been better. Them call Rusty. Tell Rusty, say, Rusty, put on your shirt and come. Labour Party need for start. Give Labour Party people work.
No. Why me use Bad Siki?
Chuck, me not use nobody. Me I say late. Me not care what kind of.
You have to make me finish the argument when I make.
Okay.
Why me use Bad Siki is that at the time how him getting platform was was it when the both of them was having the mock election, and if you have to choose one of the two, the only reason why they choose him is because of the color of his skin. I have listened to that man. He cannot construct proper argument. He can't construct proper reason. He can't answer question.
And he cannot think straight.
He cannot think for himself.
You know what? The next thing, Chuck, what Sleek did was to give him a platform, was to give him a resume, because his resume blank. His resume was probably high school. Don't come over here, come call Chuck. Today is not the day. Come off of the live.
Not the day, not the time.
Exit the building. Exit the live. So, Chuck, Sleek gave that man a resume. Ready? Yeah. A resume. Sleek gave that man. Because nothing never depend him resume. All when depend it in name and he adjust. Nothing else. Never depend it.
The man, he did not have a plot. He don't bring anything to the table. What does he teach in the program when they pan? Nothing. He don't have a constructive discussion. When we hear him, he create this man about voting for stab and gunshot. What is he teaching people? Him get it because of the color and skin. If it was a black man that was turning on him TikTok every morning and about weed, do you think that black man would be given that platform on a radio station?
Just after sit down on TikTok and cuss so much bad word to the people. Him come now and show up to work Monday morning and come pretend and talk about, oh, my check not clear yet. And afterwards he's going to do a video about, oh, it was horrific. Nobody change them out. Keep the same standard. And when you make these assertions, oh, my check not clear yet, and then you're going to do a video afterwards. It look like you're being paid by the Jamaica Labour Party to come back and retract what you said yesterday and the morning and the morning prior to your video, right?
No.
Oh, yo, them need to do better, man. And they need to do better. They need to do better and stop give people platform where a tear down Labour Party and my sister Labour Party people them and do that. Everywhere you look, you see one PNP each up in one corner there. So who been on TikTok, who been on Instagram, who been on YouTube and tear down the party and no fight we fight. We fight literally sometimes. Chuck have to call my husband and say, hey, me borrow Sheikah for 10 minutes or 1 hour today, right? Because of politics. I know we'll come out here and reward them people there. Nobody let me get dark on this.
Exactly, Sheikah. Talk up the things them because them know say me not agree with them 100%, you know. Because me don't want to see them none talk. Because the thing is me go all over the internet, you know. Me depend every comment me go on that, you know. Because I not give them no chance to tear down this government, you know. And I don't want no hitch up with them. I don't need them. I don't need them. I don't need them.
You see, and I say now about Ganja Class. If it wasn't for the color of his skin, he would not be given the platform which he has been given. Ganja Class has not made one significant contribution to any discussion that he was a part of. Because he lack the ability to think, and if you can't think, you can't teach. Now, 2 arguments is out there. You have somebody who is sitting down and is literally planning the obstruction of people life, people recovery. He's bless yourself for term. That's what they're planning. We have a government, on the other hand, that just went through a disaster, was able to come out of pocket with over 60 billion.
What Jamaica for progress say, yeah, so? Hold on the truck. What I'm saying? Reconstruct that statement there, or that sentence, please.
Popularity, some of those Labour Party supporters frightened over. If I tell you, say some of them frightened over popularity, that's why I then give them the platform. He must say some of them frightened over the popularity that they think Class have, that's why. But Class not popular. Class not popular. Class have a color skin.
Progress, if you check Rusty's something down and Class, I think Rusty have more followers than him. Stop platforming these people who are going to in turn tear down the party. Election just done, or can build them up to come break on later. And that may I say, Chuck, me gone.
Yeah, so may I say now, come in. There are 2 issues out there. A government that was able to come out of pocket and spend over $60 billion amongst the people. But yet now, there was an audit. And the audit says some donation come in and they don't spend all of it. And you think, you Ganja Class, where they put on radio, you think, so the 2 issues are the same? Somebody a plan say when this come we are going to delay it. In fact, they have been and well, to prove so they have been delayed. Let me find Desmond McKenzie and play Desmond McKenzie phone. To prove they have been, and you think say not spending a particular money. Not spending, not say they are not spending any money, but you Class, don't bat. Think say they are the same. You think and you are tell people, you have a radio station, you tell people that these 2 things are the same and you are equally upset. I have heard you turn on your platform, your TikTok, and you cuss government over rumors. Rumors, you hear something and you sit down and you chastise. But nobody knows it. Well, let me find. I don't want to misquote him. When say about in words again, nobody know if it come to him about no voice note right there.
I know in just done a hotel with Ed Benedict. Jamaicans don't like running egg. Bye.
I don't apologize.
So hold on, Claude. I'm not going to agree with you.
This is not the one. Where the one don't know? Let me find that one there. Nobody don't come tell you nothing about no voice note kind of important. How can that voice note not be important? When we have a condition whereby the government can tell you, say, from December last year, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, 6 months, money was sent to this Westmoreland Municipal Corporation to lay the groundwork. for the receive of the container houses. 6 months. It take them to do that. But you think that the two issues are the same? You are tell people that the two issues are the same? And people think that you have sense? No, man. Bellamy, Andrew, you have to do better than that. You can't, I agree 100%. I'm going to tell everybody, any show no hear him, no boycott it, no listen to him, he have nothing to offer. These people have nothing to offer. These two issues cannot be the same. They are like night and day.
Chuck, listen to me. Remember me tell you, you know, the people them who used to get called sirs are crashing out in Jamaica. Because everybody has sirs, and I always say this to you. Everybody, let me check my email a while ago. A Chance Jamaica Highway send me say them have annual general meeting. And if you make myself available online, everybody now is becoming sirs, Chuck, and they hate it. It's not the color of your skin anymore getting, you know, sirs.
I want to find out. I want to find the one.
That is the problem.
Says. I wonder where the one that he says I don't want to hear no clap but no email. I now look for but no voice note. I think this is it.
They don't apologize.
Hold on.
You know, he's not the only one who is pushing that line, you know. Jordan, last night while Cod was sleeping, came on this live trying to equate the two situations that are unrelated to each other, you know. To show you how these
Jordan
people...
is a madman.
No, I'm telling you that it's a line that it seems that they're pushing. This is not by accident. The fact that both of them are pushing the exact line in relation to the voice note, right? It seemed like they were sent out.
That's right, it's a package that was sent out.
What you said?
It's a package that was sent out.
Yeah, they're under instruction, man. Right? You know, one of the questions that I would want to ask them, because I hear Jordan and this brother pushing the line about poor people and this and that. And Jordan seemed to be banding himself as a socialist. The question I would want to ask him, and I posited it last night on the live, but at that time they had blocked him. Oh, it was on MunchieB Live. Is, since they love poor people so much and they believe in equality, his father, I know at one point in time, had a house at Arcadia in Kingston. Would they be willing to take up a youth from down at the garrison who not have nowhere to live, who nobody knows, and put him in a house to live permanently? Because them want everybody to be equal, you know.
Joshua, you and I both know that Joshua the enemy, you and I both know the answer to that question. Because I had that conversation with him and I did let him know that this socialism idea that you're having for Jamaica will never work, and it will never work and not work. Like I told Chuck earlier, I said to him, if you want Jamaica to be in a socialism type of economy, then find a way for Jamaica to come out of debt. Find a way for us to improve health, education. Find those ways. Once you find those solutions, then of course Jamaica will be open to have a socialistic approach. But for right now, if you're not able to answer those questions, please refrain from asking about Jamaica being a socialist.
All right.
Socialistic country.
I am opposed to a socialist state for more reasons than one. First of all, my religion is important to me. And in a socialist state, I can't practice it freely. Right? The second reason is that the capitalist regime or economic model is the best. And let me tell you why it is the best. It gives every man an opportunity and put him shoulder to the wheel to do what he can do freely, without government legislating over him and having a whip over him to tell him, boy, after you're done, push so hard, another man come reap after you. So you have an opportunity to create wealth for yourself. Thirdly, in a capitalist regime, what happens is that those who are at the bottom of the scales, who can't provide for themselves, there are social programs that are available to them. So though you're not a socialist regime, there are socialist programs, right? that says we are going to do what we can, social program.
Answer me, not because you sell it out last night.
No. Have you out, but another reason.
Motive, you know, say have you big time. You have big enemy feeling.
That's why your analysis is correct, right on the ball.
We have the state card.
If
It's not all labor right men here. It's the popular labor right men.
Mr. Chuck, I think you were added just for association. So tonight,
just so you know, I don't know Uni and Joshua. Perfected, I do not know Joshua. I don't know him.
So you are denouncing them? You are denouncing them, Mr. Chuck?
I am denouncing them and them action.
Okay.
Let me do what Mark Golden should have done. I am not only distancing myself from the action that they take, but I am condemning the action. There you go.
Ah, Lord. Mr. Chuck, we were planning for you, we were planning. But since you denounced, I will have to inform the others to take Mr. Chuck off the list.
All right.
But the others will be dealt with. They will be dealt with. I did design some questions for them tonight, just for them. And Mr. Chuck, you can come just to laugh and have a good time.
I shall be there.
But
let me make a public service announcement for those who might be interested. The West Indies, in the first test against Pakistan, was sent into bat and bowled out for 311, then bowled out Pakistan for 282, then were bowled out for 181, now have Pakistan at 114 for 9. So West Indies are honing in for a victory.
Okay.
114 to 9 at tea break, so they should wrap up this one after
How long they not win a match, though?
No, man, they beat Sri Lanka the other day, man. Don't say that. They beat Sri Lanka.
You beat Sri Lanka by what innings and 200 runs?
And I will beat up New Zealand too.
Yes, man.
Man, I never say anything. Me not know something.
Oh. Yeah, man, we are you see, what West Indies don't like is the amount of ice on them. So when you work out, you don't go on over there, nobody now watch them. Them massacre one little side, man. But one of the greatest first innings. What did they do, Joshua, to the street people in Montego?
So that's an embarrassment, man.
Cards, you were probably too young to remember this. Because I have to bring cards up to date, Cards young, so you should not remember this up there. In 1999, cards, PMP in government, they were having an event in Montego Bay. I think what was the event again? Was it? I don't remember the event, but there was a few leaders coming in, and the people them cards drive around in a truck, pick up the street people them, and go dump them in our mud lake in a St. Elizabeth at night. Now, bear in mind that a mud lake is like quicksand. And you pick up the people them out of Montego Bay and go dump them off in a mud lake at night. This is the party we're telling us so them care about poor people. Now, we are having our next event, as Sheikah just pointed out, and I'm sure we will not be dumping any street people in the mud lake.
Then look how many houses that Desmond Mackenzie fixed up for the homeless people. Eh?
Exactly. But Richard, the thing is, and here we have to look at it. All right. I can understand you wanting to portray a certain aesthetic when you're having world leaders. Yes, that is understandable. When you're a little boy and your mother comes to clean up the house and put on the white sheet on the bed when you have visitors. Nothing wrong with it. And you, as a people, you have to stay out of the house. Nothing wrong with it. But if you wanted to take up the street people, then take them up. You have Bellevue Hospital You had infirmaries. You could go and put them in another town and say, we soon come back for now. You could do all of that, you know. But to choose to go dump them in a mud lake at night is it take the wickedness and what Ian Jackson Miller call them the wicked and evil to a next level.
Very much so. I agree with that.
I understand again, Richard. Yes, me understand. Say yes, me I try to clean up the place because me I have visitor. I can agree with that.
But Chucky, as soon as you're done comment on that part, I want to comment on the very thing because I want to put another perspective to it.
All right.
Let's just make this correction. See, Skyfall found it here. It's called Our Ocean Conference 2029. Guys, so Jamaica has been prepared for that. That's the conference I am talking about. And so we don't respond.
Okay. So Joshua, go ahead, Joshua.
All right. So you mentioned about you can understand that we want to clean up. But what it has demonstrated is the lack of the uncaring, apart from the wicked and evil position of the PNP.
Hold on, Joshua. May I ask something? So me can get hand hard too. Me can get hand hard too. Okay?
On what?
Continue, Joshua.
Yes. It demonstrates the wicked and uncaring nature of the PNP. And let me tell you why I say that. Because they knew that these street people were there before. The fact that they decided we are going to take them up, it therefore means that they were fully aware that they were there before and did nothing to help the street people. That in and of itself is a separate story. And then now that you are having guests, you think, okay, we need to get rid of them. Not just get them off the street, you know, but get rid of them.
Get rid of them.
Right? And it shows you the nature of PNP. And as I said on Punkus Live about 5 days ago, when there was still deliberation about PNP has done and what they have not done before the so-called explanation, which really is a foot-in-mouth disease, right? What I said to Punkus on that live, that I am not expecting an apology from the PNP. That was on Friday I said that. And I gave a number of reasons, and let me repeat them here. We had the Gold Street massacre under Michael Manley as Prime Minister, under instruction from the Prime Minister. We had the Green Bay homicide under instruction, orders from the Prime Minister, right? After that, we had the Eventide situation under the Prime Minister's instructions, it seems. We had the Top Hill incident, which places the Prime Minister on the spot. So this was not just instruction. They were chasing after a Labourite candidate who ran through a home, and because they expel projectile from a firearm, then the lives of an 11-year-old and a 12-year-old child was taken, and it is said that it was the Prime Minister himself at that time, Michael Manley.
I remember that.
And then last but not least, the street people saga, where they murdered the street people. And none of these, all of these were lives taken as a result of PNP, government, and instructions, and placing the Prime Minister on the scene. And at no point in time they saw it fit to apologize. You believe that an incident that has not taken any lives? Yes, lives were lost in the process leading up to it. And now they're still trying to sabotage the lives of the living. But you believe that the PNP will see it fit to apologize about what they consider to be minuscule when something as major and as permanent as the loss of lives they did not apologize over. We will rather see rain fall from the ground than PNP to apologize about their atrocities.
Well, the futile statement, hold on, I forgot, I was planning to tune into the parliament at this time, no? To hear the...
Parliament, the break call.
No, I think there's going to be an emergency sitting this evening, I understand. for the table in at the TCN.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the table in the TCN.
Can I quickly add something to what Joshua said, Chuck?
Go on, Potter.
Just so the 178 people who are listening in to us. No, it's not all doom and gloom for the street people. Because as opposing to dumping them into the mud lakes, our caring government built drop-in centers for them. One recently opened in Marat, they said that. So street people will not be into the mud lake. They can go into drop-in centers.
So we should not be surprised, you know. It has always been at all times the Jamaica Labour Party government to the rescue. Let us give you an example. Political violence began under the JLP and under the PNP and was caused by the PNP. We had General Starsky, who was a PNP strongman. We had Feathermop, who was a PNP strongman. And I'm not just talking about them being dons and never actively participate in taking people's lives. The difference between Jim Brown and General Starsky is that, and Feathermop, they were actively involved in the mutilation, in the homicide.
I'm not seeing no live from jail, so look at them not got it, but I think, oh yeah, it should be in 15 minutes time, but they normally start live now. 2 o'clock, so you should start already, man. Continue, Joshua, sorry.
Right, and all of these atrocities.
Hold on, I don't want to name Joshua because you can't call Feathermop and not call Burboy.
So Feathermop, Burboy, General Starsky, who actively, in fact, I'll take it even further. When Michael Manley made his trip to Cuba, right, to see an official government trip, to go and see another world leader, the leader of Cuba at the time, Michael Manley brought a criminal with him, an enforcer, a criminal enforcer with him on the trip.
Two criminals, not one.
Right. We have never heard of the Jamaica Labour Party doing anything like that. And while I'm at it, that wasn't the only time, because you remember when Omar Davis and Peter Phillips left Parliament, left the nation's business to go to the funeral of a PNP strongman.
Not the funeral, the funeral they left to go. They left, run out of Parliament when they heard it done was analyzed to into his body. And then they are put in the front row of his funeral in party attire.
And it shows you the PNP's association. So that's one. But it's this government that has decided that criminals will not be near the Prime Minister. You notice what Prime Minister Wolness did? In fact, even before he was Prime Minister, decided he don't want a seat that anybody can call name, said JLP activism takes place in. He went the opposite direction. Bruce Golding did something similar. He said to Portia at the time, let us walk hand in hand and denounce criminality. We have never heard the PNP at any point in time.
Let us walk and dismantle these garrisons. Was the offer that Bruce Golding made to Portia. Let us walk hand in hand and dismantle the garrisons was the offer that was made.
Right. We have never seen PNP.
Let us move the states of emergency into Spanish Town and crush the two biggest gangs that we have, was the offer made to Peter Bunting before he was National Security Minister, and that offer was removed. Joshua, let me tell you, I don't want to say your mic sensitive, you know, Joshua.
You mean one little crackers you hear over the mic, man?
Anytime you move around and something there, you may think, you know, but your mic is sensitive, so that it's loud to us.
Wow. Hear about perfecting last night when him did it about, oh, my darling, my this, my that. That's him when I
protecting JA. For a long time, I don't see you, boss.
You know, sir, there was a time when the things a certain female upon the live was my friend, but now I have to reevaluate a friendship there, you know.
That's why you don't want him jealousy. You don't want him jealousy.
I saw it go, Potter.
I will not say anymore.
Potter, I could have never believed I saw the man hurt me that Potter. The man used to say, with darling Sheeta, the sweetest girl on TikTok, and otherwise, until it moves to my darling, my dear, so Joshua, so Potter, since I saw him do me, but just turn from him. You didn't say a woman's scorn?
Hell, that's no fury.
Okay.
But you have never been scorned,
more hear the Lawrence Rowe interview from last night.
Yeah, it was good. I heard a part of it today.
Join with me.
Right? But when we get a chance, Chuck, I want to show them the antecedents of the PNP in terms of the general violence and wickedness and how the Jamaica Labour Party has remedied it at every time to the rescue. Right? So play your tape and we can always go back to it.
Oh, yes, everybody can hear now. Thank God. All right. So, Lawrence, welcome back to Jamaica Politics Uncovered. I hope that everything is fine with you. Where do I start? I haven't talked to you publicly about the politics in a long time.
Neighbor.
I've not seen you, Lawrence, since the wonderful inauguration ceremony of the Prime Minister at Jamaica House. So, I'm sure that you have seen everything, Lawrence, that's been going on in the media lately. But I'm going to have to ask you first about the most viral and the latest, which is the leak that came out from the opposition party. Some says that it was an NEC group. You heard the response of the opposition leader. What are your thoughts on it, Lawrence, since you are familiar with the party and its constitution and what councillors can and cannot do and things like that?
Well, first, let me start by saying thanks to you and your listeners for having me. It's been a long time. You know, I tried to resist the urge to come on here, and as you know, I am still here at work. Amid all the speculation and rumors, I am still with the Honorable Minister of State in the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. And the only indifference we have is that he supports Argentina and I support Brazil. My fans are coming. I'm on live. So, again, thanks for having me. So, we're busy at the ministry organizing for our information fair tomorrow at the Almantown Primary School. Yes, it is late in the night, but we are working and doing whatever it takes to later, I'll call you guys later. I am on an interview. So in terms of, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
You know,
Lawrence was no famous.
Security 14 National Bureau Circuit situated in the constituency, and I am outside. So you will have passers by, you know, saying hi and hello from time to time. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So I knew of a resolution that was passed in the PNP.
Yes.
And it stated that the councillors and the members of parliament are the official spokesperson at those levels. So they do get to communicate what the PNP's positions and policies are. So I am quite taken aback that, you know, Mr. Golin having acknowledged, you know, that there were party members who created that WhatsApp group, having acknowledged that there were PNP members, and he is very familiar with those voices and knows that one is a sitting councillor and the other ran in the 2025 general elections for the PNP. And so that individual communicated what the party's position was and is from time to time, as she is still the caretaker for a constituency that they did not win. So they have brought.
So in other words, these are people that speak on the behalf of the party.
Disciplinary offense. And what he should have done, or what I expected any reasonable leader of a party would say, is that they have taken note of the leaked voice note. They have recorded to the Internal Affairs Commission for action. The individuals in the interim have written an apology to the party, and they will do so to the country until the investigation is completed and the appropriate sanctions are taken against the individuals. And that the party does not associate itself with those kind of political machinations. I think he should have taken the higher road. But we know the climate that he's operating in. He is expected to be challenged from next year. And so he's trying his best as possible not to offend as many comrades, so that they go there and out organizing whenever presidential elections is called.
So that's what this is. Hold on, Lawrence, really take time with me. So that is what this is about, is that Mark Golding is afraid to offend the risers faction of the party by standing on principle?
That is so. It is very evident. Both of those individuals supported him in the presidential bid in 2020. That is one. He elevated them to the executive of the PMP. The councillor from the Belfield division was out in the cold for a long while, not serving on the PMP's executive, and returned when Mark Golding became leader of the PMP. I knew that as a fact because I was also named to the executive as one of his four. I was not elected. I was appointed by him as one of the four. So, Ekman Miller Simpson, who it is said is her voice on the recording, was also elected during that period of him coming in as the leader of the party. So he's well aware of who the players are. I mean, she also serves on commissions in the party. So at our level, she's a part of the policy and the decision making of the party.
Sometimes I do not like
party.
Oh, okay. Because a lot of people are asking me, who is she? They don't know her. But the people who are within the ranks of the party and were, like yourself, would know her, right?
Know her.
So, Lawrence, before I look at the Constitution, because I have a copy of the Constitution of the People's National Party, where councillors and conduct is concerned, but has there ever been a situation like this in the PNP under any other leader where they would have been forced to take some kind of action? Or is this the first time?
Well, the truth is, from time to time, your party members will talk out of turn, like Dennis Meadows did in the past about data scamming, as well as, others who either would have committed acts or spoken out of turn. And the party now will have to come to the fore and say, clarify. Just like Dayton Campbell did when he spoke about introducing a tax and produce coming in. And Mark Golding came out and, said what the party's official position is. Remember, back then, then and now, Dayton was General Secretary of the party. And he was an official spokesperson, and then the leader had to come out. Same with Andre Houghton, when he communicated a position of the party as a spokesperson. And then the leader came out. So Mark Golding is very inconsistent with how he decides on who the party's official spokesperson is at whatever juncture.
Lawrence, there was a time during the election when, emotions were high and people were saying a lot of things. And I remember Dennis Meadows was encouraging scammers to go ahead and scam, but make use of your money. And Mark Golding acted very differently. He dismissed him immediately from a post where he was setting up himself to run for a seat. So it's not like we haven't seen Mark Golding manage these very dangerous statements to the party and has taken action. So what is the difference between Dennis, who was a supporter of Mark Golding, and Mario Mitchell?
So there are two things and there are two different circumstances. You have to understand what the politics is, right? Back then, there were talks about removing Dr. Kenneth Russell as candidate for the PMP and putting Victor McNeil there. Kenneth Russell resisted. And so the moment Dennis Meadows misspoke, which he could have been asked to apologize for what he said on the platform, for that which he did in fact apologize, they kicked him to the curb and sent in Wickham McNeil. So then they wanted a seat. It was politically convenient to take action, and that's what they did. No, it is politically convenient for
to keep quiet.
to not want
But
to take
the question
action.
is that, let me pause and ask this question. Out of Dennis Meadows' statement and these two discussions, which is more dangerous? A man encouraging people to do a lot of scamming, terrible, because you rob people, or somebody threatening to disrupt the lives of thousands of Jamaicans across.
So that whenever the challenge comes, they are more likely to support, continue to support it with. So the circumstances.
Well, Dennis was a labor right.
So first of all, do you really believe that Mark Golding will be challenged? And if so, how many people do you think are going to put themselves forward to challenge Mark Golding?
So at first, it is very difficult to challenge an incumbent and win. So that is at the forefront of all of those people who are, harboring the thought. Secondly, you have to what they call explore the options. So you will have a Julian Robinson, probably a Heather Robbins, who is out there exploring on his behalf.
Oh.
You will have a Philip Paulwell who is testing the water. You will have certainly.
So you hear that? Julian Robinson's have people out there exploring on his behalf.
Damian Crawford out there. There are elements within the party who may believe that you should have somebody as a consensus versus the dark horse in Natalie, Minka Garvey, people probably testing the waters. I do not foresee two people challenging the sitting leader. They will all coalesce around one individual because that is their best shot.
Why haven't you mentioned Peter Bunting?
Well, there can't be any Mark Golding without a Peter Bunting. So,
No, I'm saying Peter Bunting being a challenger of Mark Golding.
No, he wouldn't challenge. Mark would rather resign and create a vacancy for Bunting to offer himself.
Oh, okay.
Similarly, he would do the same for Dana Campbell.
I tell him, he wouldn't do it for Dana Campbell. I can actually see him doing that for Peter Bunting as his friend, but Dayton neither have the money nor the color skin.
Very sure.
Oh, okay. Well, you know more than I do. But Lawrence, let me look at the party's constitution real quick. It talks here about the role and responsibilities of councillor and the divisional chairman. Section 58 says a councillor, being a member of the party, shall be the political head of the division and principal spokesperson on behalf of the party in the division on all local government matters. The reason why I'm reading this, Lawrence, and I can read further if you choose, but the reason why I am reading this is because the leader of the opposition, Mark Golding, made it seem like, okay, the people who said this, they really have no position in here, and they're not a voice of the party. what I just read contradicts Mark Bowling's idea that these people are not spokespersons, of the party, doesn't it?
I don't think Mark Bowling is familiar with the constitution of the PNP. Hence, when the PNP was going through its own candidate selection process, and you
Joshua.
Alfred Dahl.
Joshua. John James.
So how many of y'all made it to 40 with the kid?
So
Yes, sir.
all right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you say you wanted to make a point. I forgot to finish up because I soon time for me head into the gym.
But I thought it was Gene you're going instead of Jim.
Eh?
When Chuck returned, then I made the. All right, so Chuck, the point that I wanted to make was when we look at the PNP's antecedents in terms of crime and violence, right? Political violence, first and foremost. It was Edward Seaga that presented the idea first to PJ Patterson to say, hey, we don't have to continue this way. This acrimonious kind of politics and this violence-riddled politics. And hence we have the ECJ thing, when he appointed Ryan Peralta to deal with it, and the PNP appointed someone else. Yes, we commend PJ Patterson for accepting the idea, but it was Edward Seaga that first came up with the idea to take the violence out of the politics. We saw the advent of what's the name of it? Political contracts. Wherein strongmen benefited from political contracts, right? In the form of the McGregor Gully. Again, that began under the PNP, right? When the McGregor Gully was being built in the Michael Manley era, right? It is this government that decided that, listen me, not that man. This prime minister, when he in 2020 says that no man can turn up on a site and collect money every week or every month off on a contract. It will not happen, right? And he said it publicly. This was not in private that he said it. He said it publicly, and we have seen that that changed, right? And that's part of the reason they don't like the JLP, right? We saw the erratic bus system that existed until, in fact, we had JOS before, and even that bus park in Half a Tree that PJ is often credited for. Remind them how we came by that bus park. Let them know it was a gift, right? Because sometimes a gift from Belgium, right? But guess what? The PNP, as usual, is not very honest, right? In terms of what happens to Jamaica. The highway. I pointed that out to CAD the other day, Chuck. And incidentally, CAD did a quick research on the spot and read it clearly on the live that all of these plans for highway was as a result of the Jamaica Labour Party. The first time I heard you said that every bad thing that has ever happened in Jamaica can be traced back to the PNP. It never resonated with me until I decided, let me just double check. When you know something but you never actually put it to thought. And that was what caught me. I knew it, but I just never put it to thought. Because it just, we are so accustomed to all of these things happening in Jamaica that we just never tabulate it and say, all right, it happened this time, it happened under this regime, the antecedent began here and there. No. We are so accustomed to it. And I challenge everybody, and I sound like Aluna and Dumbe Asamba right a while ago. I challenge everybody, PNP or JLP, do not take my word for it. Do your own research on every violent act in Jamaica, barring none. Do not take my word, do not take any social media personal word. Do not listen to any tapes, but Google and read documentation. And you'll find out when it all began. The locking up of Rasta, I would not even have much to say about that because it happened under Norman. But as I've stated before, I did not blame Norman Manley. And the simple reason I did not blame them, the Rasta was planning to overthrow the government at the time. And he being the premier at the time had to do what he had to do, which was for the benefit of Jamaica. Right? So I am not one of those who is going to be political and try and make something out of nothing. Right? So that I understand, right? But everything, the first time we went to the IMF to get a loan, Michael Manley, the first time this country has ever recorded a minus in GDP. Michael Manley, the first time we have ever been broke and can't pay public sector workers is under PNP. The first time we have ever been labeled the murder capital of the world. Under PNP, and the only time too. The first time we have exceeded over 200 murders. It's under PNP. The first time our dollar has ever declined is under PNP. Right? And I will yield here now, Chuck, because we can always explore it another time when we have more persons on the live. But people need to know these things.
I have always said two things, Joshua. That if you want to know if something is good for Jamaica, look on which side of it the PMP stands. Simple.
For those who are listening.
Joshua,
huh?
I have to add as usual, I have to add the positive part. The first time we were named the most peaceful Caribbean country to visit is under who?
Under this regime, under this government. Right? And I don't mind you adding the positives, right? But we're showing, you see, they have always presented PNP as this party of angels, right? And no go so. But did a police commissioner once said no angels were there? No, a police leader.
Angels died in Green Bay.
Right.
Because
this was the prime minister.
No,
he was the prime minister.
Green Bay.
Michael Manley said that after him slaughtered the people in my Green Bay. That no angels died there. I'm not talking about this was the commissioner's decision, and we're trying to pin it to the prime minister, This was under the instruction of the prime minister. Unlike what the PNP tried to do, where the police force makes a decision, and then because they want to politicize it, then them pin it on the prime minister.
What happens at Green Bay, Joshua, was the beginning of what is today known as ethnic cleansing. When you go to a country or a community and you try to eliminate people based on their beliefs or their nationality, it is ethnic cleansing. And if Green Bay, if they was allowed to get away with Green Bay, would have a different Jamaica today. Anyhow, that never get catch up on. If that one man never escaped and could have come tell the story, imagine how many other young men would have taken the same route, would have taken the same bus ride and not come back. All labor rights living in Jamaica would have been in danger at the time.
But Chuck, God always make sure there's a witness, And the street people them escape, somebody escape and come back.
If somebody escape and come back, right? And to tell you, say you're right, Joshua, that one man will escape Green Bay. The route when take to escape, anybody try it today will never survive. Jump off of the face of a cliff.
Yeah, jump off.
Right.
Eh? And not to mention, so the man mentions a Maca rip up him body.
Maca rip up him body, have to swim. Swim out, go meet one little boat. Swim out.
In a salt water. In a salt water, Papa.
In a salt water with gold. If somebody tried that today, under those same circumstances, they would not have survived. So you're right when you say God always leave a witness.
Come on. Every time the PNP tries something, God always makes sure that it goes against them and them still not learn. For sure, you're them heart unrepentant and wicked. Huh? PNP just not learn. Right? But because they're evil, they're an evil party.
As Dean Jackson Miller say, wicked and evil. Wicked and evil.
And for Dean to say that, you know, for Dean to say that it must lick her a certain way, you know, because she's their mouthpiece.
As I said, Joshua, this voice note thing, you know, it was just too big to ignore. Diane couldn't ignore it. Lena couldn't ignore it. The observer couldn't ignore it. Cheryl is asking, do you remember Coral Garden under Bustamante? Of course I remember Coral Garden under Bustamante. The thing is, Cheryl, do you know what happened at Coral Gardens? Because I can tell you what happened at Coral Gardens, you know. Do you know? Cheryl, let me see if I can invite Cheryl to come tell me. No, but I have to follow you. You know, follow me, so. You know, can I invite you? Come tell me about what happened at Coral Gardens.
Yes, you see, the problem, you know, Chuck, a lot of these people hear something that they hear from them grandparents, from them parents, from them nephew, even sometimes from the news, right? Being repeated on talk shows.
Or from the PNP live, Joshua.
Especially from the PNP, and they have never decided, okay, let me do my own research just to validate or to debunk the argument. No. What they do, it sounds true based on who them hear and who them think is reputable, and them run with it.
Do you remember Bustamante saying, shoot me and let my people go? And it is simple. Look at everything, and I've said this over and over, and I stand by it. At the root of every distress which caused Jamaica, you find the PNP there. And the wrong side of everything that is good for this country, you find everything there. They oppose. Only grace.
That's score a pot money like.
That's
no,
why
man, it's not score pot. It's not score pot.
Never got jump shift.
I thought my mic was closed. But finally, you know, for those who, even outside of the violence, as Chuck says, anything that is good for Jamaica, look which side the PNP is on, which is usually opposed to it. Because when the Sandy Gully was supposed to be built in Kingston for take water off of the road, the PNP laughed and called the government at the time.
I remember before Sandy Gully, you know, and people need to understand this. Before Sandy Gully was constructed, every time there was a major flooding in Jamaica, at least between 8 and 10 people died. At least between 8 and 10 people died every time there was a major flood. Bustamante saw the need and said, we need something to take the water out the city when the rain fall, and he built Sandy Gully. When that was being done, the PNP was up in arms. Then cuss him and call him dirty gully government. That's all they know to do with gully.
All right, but you know, just to insert this a little bit as we complete with the gully government, you know, Shirley, I want to post something to you. Post and pose. If you can only find a comeback for the atrocities that was done by any party, let's say JLP or PNP, if you can only find a comeback to defend your party, but there is nothing to actually stand up to say, boy, you know, what you're saying is false. And what it does, it shows that you have swallowed the pill of cultism, and you are no longer objective. And you need to re-examine yourself as a person to say, boy, am I too deep in this?
That's
Yes,
why I have to get ready for the gym now. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Same time, same place.
No problem. Gentle people. A little later. I'm trying to be rich like my friend Chuck, but it 3 months at all, that take me long.
This can become deeper than we've really seen on the surface right now.
Of course.
Because a number of inconsistencies appear within the transaction between Anthem and Amber Group. A lot of inconsistencies, including the website being launched before an official agreement was signed.
And plus the
Donations
donors.
over 70 million was collected before an agreement was signed. And that's telling me that there's a high possibility that we collected more than 1.44 billion. It's
That's
a
what I
possibility
said yesterday.
Okay.
That's what I said yesterday.
Something smells off. Because even the government is caught with their foot in their mouth. Because there are 3 different articles on the GIS website. And in the 3 articles, in one of them, they're both saying the website was donated and the website was developed by the government of Jamaica. So 2 conflicting stories out of 1 article.
But Jamaican focus. Even if it was donated, is we supposed to own it? Because if you give me 1 car, not for me car.
But the thing is, our website is more technical. It is way more technical than a lot of people may understand. So when Andrew Wallace come and told us that Amber donated this website, all of us, including me, who is a little bit more understanding where the tech space is, thought the entire infrastructure was given to the government. I never thought that it would just be the forefront of the website and the domain name that would belong to the government, and the actual infrastructure that's running the website still belongs to Amber Alert.
So is Amber of the domain too?
No, the domain would remain for the government because only a government entity can have that gov. And that is what I've been saying. It is mainly just the domain name the government who owns. And that's because they have that gov on it.
Well, I want to know. You say something is off, Jamaican focus. Off. It's stink and rotten.
Because if you look at it carefully, I thought that number 4 the name it changed to Revo, You remember?
Yes.
And I thought with all the financial problems that nationwide was having,
I thought he came in and clear up their bills.
He came in with the money. You see, a person who come in with huge capital, and you just separate so abruptly.
Something is wrong. I remember Cliff Hughes would have more information than us, the public, do.
Excellence is an emotional decision.
Something is wrong. It's more than likely we could probably go hear something big about us in the PSC meeting.
People are making emotional decisions when they come on to business.
No, man, people make emotional decisions for anything. Never calculated and right. Yeah, man.
For our manners.
But we're going to see more things to come.
I am concerned. Separation between unbound government. What is next on the horizon?
We are going to see more things to come, brethren.
And I bet you won't hear George Davis speak about that tomorrow morning.
No, he's not going to. I never see a man, I never see a person that dislike like George Davis.
Tap up your life, please, tap up your life. I like George Davis at a point of humor. You have to understand George Davis. George Davis wants to be like his good friend.
Soon be back, brethren. Soon be back.
You say he wants to be like his friend?
Yes, I must see.
Yeah.
Will he get there? I'm not sure, but he's trying to see. You can't blame a man now for having ambition, you know.
No, not wrong.
So George having ambition.
Yeah, but you must learn to be fair in life. You see, I am a fair person in life, you know. I'm a fair person in life.
Right? What I learned as a younger man now is that in this world, not everybody gonna respond to the same figure to the way that you do or I do. So that you accept people's response to the stimulus and move on. You love that, bro. Accept it and move on.
Yeah, but you have to just be fair in life, you know, that I don't like unfair. I don't like you know, you're gonna go on a platform now. The opposition, you're gonna put words like the man is a child to tell him. Sorry.
Okay.
What to say?
Okay, let me tell you again, brother. I'm gonna sing his suffer. Leave the man alone.
Nationwide, Nikki Shadi nationwide rush this man.
Do you feel that these guys, okay, then, with the points as to what they must say when they come out of morning time? You know who I feel sorry for? One. Young girl. Here. And feeling yourself. The ring.
I wanted to bring up the whole voice note conversation at the press conference this morning. Nikki shut them down.
So what I'm saying to you is, Tawana Thomas, being such a young journalist, run out so early. I should not understand, say, you must think about a long, fruitful career. You know, she need to remember, say, if government change or when government change, that company is going to go down. She want to go down with it or she want to remove it? You know?
Yeah.
Your career. And like me, any government that I can work in, because that was one reason why I chose the field I chose. No government can stop me from work.
That is it. No government can stop me from work neither. So me can talk how me want, and none of them will set on my path. I have my profession. And the only thing I have to do is I have to mess up. If I'm in Jamaica teaching, the only thing I have to do is mess up myself. By maybe go fool on one like young girl. Maybe that, you understand? I mean, I've got to mess up myself. I mean, I do that. I spent 30 years in my classroom and I've never met with them. So, after me age of 53, I don't know how we could have got to the missing thing there.
I remember one day, I remember most about it.
Not everyone. I'm saying.
I remember one day, nasty classic.
Yeah, that's a dirty boy. That's a dirty boy.
It will be a principal.
It's already just on. Yeah.
Him one next one.
Good night, everyone.
All right. Evelyn.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
If we,
Nighty night.
What the question I would wanna ask, which is much more important, which is much more serious? Is it the voicemail, what them call leak? Is it leak tape? The voicemail, what they call leak tape from the PNP, and then can't point out say me or you. Is R the one where Rosie have with the evidence? Where Rosie can say, them burned down or burned out the people of Central Kingston. Which one is much more serious? Because something like that, they'll never bring that.
open mind alongside it, she also called the Prime Minister and the wife name in that as well.
Right.
All the names are called our government representatives, which is more treasonous, which is more damning.
And taxpayers' money with the MP.
And this is something where you call destruction of property because them burn out the people. Them.
Yeah.
Who to tell if life not last in these fires though?
With people have to run with a minister, people have to run with a foreign. Which one more damage?
These are much more serious allegations.
Yep.
Much more serious allegations.
Let me see. One of them, the platform I talk about, I tell them, say taxpayers' money is not important. These are no more serious, more than two private PNP of the discussion. It's not the views of the PNP, the people's that the hierarchy of the party.
Open mind okay, so no, so we need to remind it by playing it more and talk about it on our platform.
I said it. We need to start run Rosie recordings again.
Sometime a man time I just turn on my phone and if and I go use.
Yeah, man. All of the platform they need to start it. As you come and you turn on, you just play it and repeat it before you even. Yeah, before you take on guess or anything on it.
Yeah, man. And you look see a title we call the Prime Minister name and how we man tell him about how much $1 million when he want for the contractor. That part there is an important to play. Yeah, me not to play. Yeah, maybe when me don't know my two phone me have me could have just left here play and go and do business. But me a play, me a remind one somebody must come listen it. So we need to dig it up because it is almost like the one where
it needs to play more often, and the thing that we're supposed to have on the platform now is the hurricane relief money.
They want to ask they want private citizens to be penalized for recording. And nobody's saying anything about the MP and the councillor or Prime Minister or Speaker of the House. Names being called in such a mess.
Oh, but tape like these more should have involved.
You have to go play more and talk about it, man. You need to talk about it since as a tape they want to play.
Yeah, we need to talk about it.
Yes. Same like how Bala did have a panic. Actually, a month we are play. I saw we need to go back over it. So I do feel.
I don't know Duffy though. We have the reality. Them have something fake because they can't find out Sammy, they can't find out Charmaine.
Yeah, but most people just come from TikTok to want to know about it, so that's why we need to play it back to, a lot of people come on we don't know about it. Because even Kiki has text down in our comments like I first hear it.
So them burn out the people them. Anyway, then go on people and them try to do them something to move them.
Yeah, man, it's that all the platforms need to start to say, okay, this voice note, listen this with two ordinary citizens of Jamaica. I have them talk and listen this with the government. Which one is more dangerous to the country?
The Prime Minister and his wife naming it according to money we spend and the bad man them from Tower Hill where Mr. Wellness the man come down in the panel come put the man in the front panel. We should play back.
Yeah, man.
Right, Colin?
Yeah, man, it's a play, man.
Yeah. If I'm a 20-minute site, but play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that alone, another play. You get the whole collection of labor advice notes, including Joy and all of the others, them when she said them are fat and cry and all of them something there. All of them want to play back continuously.
Yes, man. Ennis vice note them. Ennis. Yes.
Yeah, even my girl left from Brownstone. What's your name from Brownstone?
Kim Brown.
I said the labor, right? Them
Yeah, the father, yeah, and she accounts the same way.
Yeah, man.
We need,
all of them.
yeah, man, we need to get on
even
those
after
topics.
the hurricane.
We need to get on those topics.
After the hurricane, when she ball said, I said them leave them for dead or unalive. All of them something we need for continuously play.
And when he did that, he go sell in one van and he must sell if he pay some money for lawyer or something like that. I don't remember. You have that one there too.
I find it amusing that the dean for UTech said, and while we are go gung ho over 5 more people pass PEP than did the year before. And the dean of UTech tell us say out of 30,000 graduates from high school, only 6,000 qualified to go to university. And him alone won 3,000 out of the 6. You see? So he must say what the other 7 to 8 university are gonna do.
The teachers' colleges, then the teachers' colleges, them empty, Colin. The teachers, when me the teachers' college, you have to apply early if you get through college packs till dormitory packs till Michael, Chartwood, all of them, they are crying out for students. Even the minister, not the minister, what the woman the name Cassandra, the permanent secretary, after you ask, say, get the people, get foreigners to come full up the teachers' colleges. You understand?
I just saw Cuba graduate 1,800 students from 70 different countries. This is a country that don't have light, electricity, power, food, or nothing at all. While we are reveling the spoil, and them can graduate 1,800 students just in medical alone from 70 different countries.
Colin, no, you have made a correct statement.
What Fidel Castro, they tell them, say, we produce doctors to help out people all over the world. What you do?
Bombas para bombear el mundo.
The powers and the light and the shortage of food and everything that Cuba is lacking.
And they are still producing.
None of the Jamaica pick. Even when what's your name? What the Dunks Red one name? What's your name? Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Camina.
Camila Johnson.
Camina. Even when Camina.
Camina in name?
Camina, yeah. Camina.
You think of Camila? I never really look on paper what can choose me sometimes I can't too much Camila to look sure.
Her name is Camila Johnson.
Yeah, what you were saying, Colin, continue.
I say.
Hey, hello, me can chime in something. 17 years time. 600 people graduated from high school right across Jamaica. But now look on your seriously. Eh? No, if it's 600 people alone born last year. So 17 years time, they're more than a fifth farm. So basically, there's a O out of the 600.
No, you try to get you into UE. We're born and grew up Jamaica.
Yeah, Jamaica, they're born and grew up Jamaica. So it's only 600 children we are going to figure university.
No, that's not true.
Why you say that?
It's not 600 kids that were born last year, Richard. No.
Oh, me no know. Bring me up on it. What them say?
No.
Electric light and solar.
What excellence, because it's an official article that says only 600.
600,
last year.
That, they're telling me that 600 children been born last year. I can't give it the message. Can't give it the figures.
Mute the Jamaican focus. Me hear what you must say, because me hear article that says 600 children born last year, someone gets different.
Give me a second, let me bring out the figures. Let me just go on my computer. I'm still in the office. Let's just go on the computer. That might be that's a fraction of what was delivered at Jubilee last year.
Oh, Jubilee. Okay.
That's a fraction of the delivery at Jubilee. We just get a total births in Jamaica last year. Yeah, something there. Let me make sure. No, I mean, give me the box, you know. Let me just get it out of the way. It was a good thing Richard said that. I was to bring up this computer and send an email to you. Just send it out, look for it right now. Come up, email. Come up. Give me a second there. The computer moves so slow. All right, good. You can't go and talk to Richard. They're going to get information.
I want to talk when somebody can talk to me. Get it.
Yeah, man. Give me a second, yeah. Total.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Me just get sitting there and say 28,900 newborn.
How much?
The planning institutes with yeah. Wait, let me read this.
Oh yeah, man. So according to
PIOJ Nation read that 28,900 newborns. This is from the 2025 Economic and Social Survey by Planning Institute, with 21,300 deaths and minus 700 net migrant in the population. Oh, so then I break it down, say I got 600 people left.
So basically, what it showed was the difference.
Yeah.
In the number was 600 because we had a total of 28,900 births.
Yes.
We had 21,300 deaths.
And
therefore the difference was 7,600. However, we had a migration of 7,000 people. So the overall growth in the population number
is 600. Oh, so okay, so 600.
So we are anticipating that we will have at least 28,000 students in fifth form in 17 years' time.
Basically, depends on who migrate. Some will migrate to that maybe. Some of them or them father and mother file for them and things. So we don't know.
Yeah. So that is it, Richard. So don't also like
me get it. So me Google it and me read it and me see it there. So officially, so basically we look when it migration and deaths. So we population grew by 600 last year.
Yeah.
Okay, me understand. Yeah.
We have to be careful.
Me just say when they must say me, I say 600 people and I hold time. I say what cause that?
Because I can tell you, Richards, at Spanish Town at Victoria Jubilee Hospital. It's the average monthly delivery at Jubilee. The average monthly delivery at Jubilee in 2025 was between 300 to 450 birds per month.
Wait, but look why they want to know excellence. 1982, 747,782 birds over the decade from 72 to 82. However, 2024, 32,000 people born. And 2025, 2,900. Then so we have a steady decline right through.
Yeah, because people are thinking, waiting longer to have children.
From 82 to something there, from 72 to 82, 70,000 people are born a year.
So, Richard, just for your knowledge, just for your information,
yeah,
Spanish Town in 2025 had 3,273 live births.
Mm-hmm.
And that was still smaller than Victoria Jubilee.
Okay.
But Spanish Town was the second largest maternity delivery units in the country.
Okay. I follow fully. So you see, yeah, I go to me bring up excellence. Cause Mono got do a quick Google search, but I still run the 600. Cause I say, can you imagine we gonna have 600 children alone?
But what was the population size?
The population growth in 2014.
What was what, Colin?
So Colin, basically that's if we have then say the population move from 2.87 million. We just at 2.78 million. And we gonna go at 600 to it in a real numbers. Yeah.
So Colin, in 2014 we had 38,945 birds. 38,000. So we see that drop in 10,000 basically.
So yeah, so people have less sex.
Not necessarily less sex. People are having less babies.
They're interested in sex, like them have stress my life.
No man, no, you Richards.
I do
birds are equal to sex. People might be having more sex, but let me tell you something.
They're more conscious with
You might have if you go Spanish Town, I can promise you if you go to Spanish Town right now, tonight, and go up on a particular street there, you'll find at least 6 or 7 young girls out there waiting to see the general. Because they want to fix them problem.
Yeah. Excellent. You did get a chance to listen to the press conference? The press conference?
No, you know.
I had played it in my eye.
Play it, I want to hear it.
All right. You want to hear the me make you hear the part first with the you want to hear where the spokesperson said first, or you want to hear the reporter?
Oh, Tuana?
No man, Chevron. Or Nikki, make you hear Nikki Shadi the Chevron.
Yeah.
Marco. Marco, panic, man, so feet. These are things where we have to play in here, you understand?
A comment.
that award to the mayor of Kingston in terms of your lack of support for One Road Authority. Can you go into a little bit more detail as to why you don't support that initiative?
Thank you. I did not say I didn't support the One Road Authority. What I've said is that I support standardization and better coordination. But I will tell you some of the issues that I have with One Road Authority. I believe that if the One Road Authority, if there's a One Road Authority, it should be with the local authority. Let me tell you, you cannot bring an organization so remote from the people. We are the first contact with people. Just bear in mind that you have a One Road Authority, centralized One Road Authority in Kingston, and someone in the deep neighborhoods of St. Elizabeth. How do they relate to that person if you take away roads from those persons? I will admit to you also that the local authorities has issues. But the issue to solve the problem is not to circumvent or to do away with local authority. It's how we build a local authority, and that's what I'm.
Thank you. Perhaps only the minister at this time could tell you what the total collection of property taxes would be, because it varies from parish to parish and from municipal corporation to municipal corporation. What I am refuting today, however, is the 600 million to 700 million that he claims is being sent off to the municipal corporations, and to suggest that it is going to one corporation because of each corporation, and that today we have clearly outlined that this is for all corporations and it does not add up to 600 million. Please go ahead.
Okay, my name is Kevin Black. I'm coming from CVM News. You can hear me? Yes, my name is Kevin Black. I'm representing CVM News. Now, you mentioned earlier that this is to Mrs. Nita Garvey. You mentioned that you want the government to publish a full breakdown of every dollar allocated to municipal corporations. How soon do you want this to be done, and through which modality? And also to Mayor Swebe, residents in Lawrence Tavern in West Rural St. Andrew have mentioned that they only receive water once or twice per week. So if you could address this in regards to developments being made towards that, improving that.
Well, we are particularly interested in, one, how the equalization fund is being spent. We would like to know to which divisions and what projects are being undertaken and what projects have been undertaken for the last couple of years. I think much in the same way the minister has been public in his pronouncements, in saying how 600 million, it's the same media by which I wish to have the information about the total of what is being spent, where is it being spent, how it is being spent. I would like the public to hear that as well. So I'd like it to be offered in much in the same way so that all Jamaicans can hear.
Thank you. With respect to your question about water, the responsibility is with the National Water Commission, and the question is better placed to them. Any other questions? Any questions online? Okay, we'll take a second question.
Okay, this is a tangent question, actually. In relation to this call about transparency and accountability, there is the matter of the leaked PNP voice notes. Have the officers of the party identified the individuals in question, and have those individuals faced any level of punishment, disciplinary action, and would you condemn what was suggested on those voice notes by those members, who I believe one was a councillor who suggested that through the local authorities they would essentially obfuscate or try to delay any aspects of NARA that could be of benefit to the same people who you suggest should get benefits today?
Okay, well, the leader of the opposition spoke on this on Sunday. I believe you would have been privy to what he shared. what our internal workings have been is not for the public discussion in terms of how we are speaking with those who are in those conversations. What I think is instructive is that a certain media house decided to publish select voice notes from a chat they had access to, a private chat, and refused to share the other positions that were more in keeping with our stated public position. But we've become accustomed to the media house in question being very deliberate and skewed in how they report. But our position has been stated by the leader of the opposition, and we will not be speaking further on that topic.
So you don't believe what was said deserves some level of condemnation, because Mr. Golding did address it, but he did not condemn what was said in those voice notes, only suggest that it is not the official position of the People's National Party.
Well, Mr. Golding is not here today for you to ask him further about his position, and so...
Which is why I'm asking your position, as if you condemn what was suggested in that voice note.
As I've said, the leader of the opposition has stated our position on that topic, and that's the extent to which we're going to be speaking about that. What we would like to speak about is NARA, and the very fact that months after Hurricane Melissa, many families remain under tarpaulin, while billions of dollars have been left in accounts to languish. What the PNP has stated from the beginning is that we want a reconstruction entity. We want an agency that is accountable, transparent, and open, and that is fair, and then that gets to the people who really need the support. We've said from the beginning, and we're consistent with that, that NARA as designed does not breathe confidence. However, it has been passed into law, and so we will have to continue to do our responsibility as the opposition to monitor them and to hope and pray, as many Jamaicans across the island hope, that it will actually do good for the people who need the support. Any other questions?
Well, a follow-up to that statement then, based on what you've suggested here, would you then assure the people of Jamaica that no member of the People's National Party will get in the way of NARA doing that duty, considering what has been said in those voice notes?
The leader of the opposition was clear about the party's position on NARA. He actually named a representative to support us on the committee that manages NARA. Can't remember the name of it now. Jamrock. Right. So it means, therefore, that we have a representative there who will share with the committee our position. The People's National Party has been at the forefront of getting relief to people in disaster. We have shown by our action, we have shown by our words and our public statements that we support any initiative that will get relief to families who need that relief. But of course, while protecting the interest of Jamaica and taxpayers' money. All right. That being so, thank you very much for joining us for this press conference.
Yeah, excellent. You hear that? You hear the no-nonsense question with the marks?
She fit him, man. She fit him well.
Oh, I mean, man, she deal him away, man, in shape like a dog. I mean, excellent. If me in an organization and the argument themselves, them organization said, this is what we mean. What me and your opinion have to do with it? You know, the organization them talk about.
Let me tell you something.
So dress him up right, man. Right, you dress him up a while ago.
You see, I'm going to tell you about the prostitutional behavior. That is Siobhan for you. And Siobhan is a young journalist. You see, what people need to understand, you know, is that some of the time there is life beyond a particular space. Wait, Western is walled out Pakistan for 420? Life beyond a particular space, and I don't think they understand that if nationwide, if government, you see, the way nationwide has behaved itself as a political tool, if life should change, they might find themselves in serious problem. Keep yourself relaxed, man. Behave yourself. Be good. Do your work with integrity. And leave the politics alone. Siobhan can't let me. Siobhan is compromised, in my opinion. And I said, Tuana do it, and I'm so disappointed in her, a young journalist. She has set up herself for a big fall.
But excellent. Nationwide, if you do what them are doing, because them get one only per write off. So, pay back the end dues to the Jamaica.
Tuana must see herself bigger than Nationwide.
But you see, I blame PJ Patty still. Why? You know,
Siobhan Young, so they need to listen further than that.
But Richards, you know, I blame PJ Patty for Nationwide. You know why? When Cliff Hughes, if he paid the $20 million with the court charge for defamation of character, PJ just make him apologize. Should I make him pay it at the station a lot? No, remember he had to leave his station to go to Power 106 go work, you know. To pay back PJ, you know, and PJ gets sorry for him, you know. And look what he's doing to the PNP today. Look what Cliff Hughes is doing.
I'm mad. And his sister and brother beg for him. But say, I'm alone a labourer in my family. He might never want labourer. He might just want prostitute. Media prostitute as well. Excellent say.
Where you find licked? Licked? Yeah, cursing oil.
License and registration.
Because if you look funny a while ago, you see, if you really see a while ago, this part, he insists like he wants to.
I want to know you call it up here now. You're not doing it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Roach and Excellent, everybody. When the know said him might just want like a journalist. Nikisha is a master's in communication. So he might ask questions for a communicator in all different ways, and I see him and Sam again. You understand? And you never realize. Because there are 3 different ways. You ask a question, you get the same answer, you know.
Disgusting. In my mind, they are just disgusting.
Very. Hey, when you see a video, Nick, may I send a video to you? Just look on where's she name face? Where's she name? His spokesperson, Natalie. If you see Natalie face, if I did ever, that's why I tell her say a professional Nikki, she's a professional communicator. She does humble and just calm and just deal him. Calm. Flinging down. She never call the station name. She said, you have a station. But here she said, basically, when you listen, because they have access to vice note. I mean, I tell them every day, based on the argument and the vice note, excellence. Based on the argument, these are the only 2 then could have see if you try that thing. Because your people are saying, listen to me, low narrow, I could watch it and see it go on people. You know me I say? And then you have some like a rogue amongst us. So I say, listen to me, the man corrupt man, the man a rare man. And then people say, no, you can't do that, and them a give an explanation. Even when the man talk about Mike Huda, the man say, him speak to some jail people who believe the Nara them saving grace. And that Nara was created to bypass the parish council. Who probably would have, remember, you know, I the same person, he must have telling me, you know, the labor, this is telling me, you know, say we are bypass parish council, who probably would have sabotage the thing. And the person and him say it, you know. Just listen to the tape. And that's why Dean Jackson never play tape. Dean Jackson just play write it and put we. Because the gentleman was saying that he speak to a lot of labor right. And this is what the labor right ever say. He never said we said. He said my talk I labor he labor they will tell him. You get me I say?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm this me like rub it on their face. So me like play it, make them hear exactly what the person said. But we have a tape.
The bottom line about it is that
Roach, may I play that Roach?
Member of the PNP's powerful National Executive Committee, NEC, is suggesting that the corruption card can
and tell me
be
which
drawn
part of this we are trying to sabotage here.
Officer of the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NARA, Major General Anthony Anderson. The comment was made in a PNP WhatsApp group around the time General Anderson was named as the NARA boss in late May this year. The PNP appeared to be discussing what points to use to attack the government's implementation of NARA. It was suggested that casting General Anderson as a facilitator of corruption would not fly with the public given his record in public service.
The concern I'm raising is this, that Anderson's track record is not one full of blemish, that it will be so easy to attach certain things to him. The corruption argument not going to be attached to him so easily, right? In my humble opinion, I think they both smarted us and then putting this man now to be a CEO and whatever. Reality is we need average Jamaican saying we not care who he is. He could have put an integrity like wow. He could have been whatever. He's the man who sought out all of the hurricane relief that got it to Jamaica, whether we know it or not. So I would love for us to be able to put that information together, package it for the ground so that the average Jamaican can get that information.
Another PNP NEC member told colleagues that the ruling JLP saw NARA's successful implementation as their ticket to a fourth term in office. He said the PNP had to play the right kind of ball game.
Just listen to the part of it. Yeah.
Bear in mind that the NARA bill is what the JLP sees as its glory and its savior for a fourth term and a fifth term and whatever. Speaking to some of them recently, some of the operatives, they see NARA as their way out to get back in tune with the Jamaican public, because they know them in a bad state, the public itself, the cost of living and everything. So they see NARA as a saving grace, and they're going to do everything in their power to try to get whatever done, which means bypassing like our parish council, which, you know, probably would do delay tactics and don't